Hello friends, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and today we'll do a detailed comparison of the Motorola Moto G versus the Nokia Lumia 630. So Moto G is one of the most popular phones from Motorola, and the company has said that it has been the best-selling phone for the company in the past few years, and it has really good specs, and that was the reason it was instant success, and also the fact that it comes with the latest Android version, which made it much better to use than other Android phones in that particular range. Now, Nokia Lumia 630 was announced at the Build conference after Microsoft announced the Windows Phone 8.1, and this is the first phone which supports a dual SIM in Windows Phone, because Windows Phone 8.1 has support for dual SIM, and rest all most of the features being similar. And Lumia 630 also comes with a quad-core processor, first of its kind on a mid-range Windows Phone. So we'll have a detailed comparison of these two devices. Although it's both the devices are priced in the similar range, there is a slight difference in the pricing, so we'll compare those aspects as well and see which is better. So first up, we'll have a quick look at the specs of both the devices. First up, we'll take up Motorola Moto G. So this phone comes with a 4.5-inch HD display and runs on a Snapdragon 400 quad-core processor, and with 1 GB of RAM. The internal storage is at 8 GB, or you can get the 16 GB variant as well. There is no micro SD card support on this device. Apart from that, it also comes with a 5 megapixel rear camera with flash, and there is also a front facing camera for video calls. So overall, the fit and finish and the quality of the device is really good, and it's pretty good in this price range. Now let's see the specs of the Nokia Lumia 630. So this comes with again the same 4.5-inch display, but unlike the Moto G, the display is not an HD one, it's a WVGA display. So the 800 by 480 pixel resolution. So in the display aspect, the Lumia is lesser than the Moto G. And apart from that, it also runs the same quad-core processor, the 1.2 GHz quad-core processor from Snapdragon, the Snapdragon 400 processor, and here the RAM is at 512 MB instead of 1 GB on the Moto G. And it also comes with a 5 megapixel camera, rear camera, but there is no flash, and very similar to what we have on the Nokia Lumia 525. Again, there is no front facing camera, so you'll miss out on from video calls and selfies. And apart from that, the storage is at 8 GB, and you can expand via micro SD card up to 128 GB. So that's the specs of the Nokia Lumia 630, which runs Windows Phone 8.1. Now let's see the design and the build quality of these two devices. So when you take both the devices in hand, you see that both the devices are really good in their design as well as the build quality along with fit and finish. So the Moto G has a curved back, and it has a matte finish back panel, which is interchangeable, so you can get more covers based on your colors and liking. So it has a matte finish panel, and you can see that the front panel has a glossy finish, and the back panel has a matte finish, and it has a curved back, making it a pretty good in hands. On the other hand, Nokia Lumia 630 has again a matte finish, but instead of a curved back which we saw on the Lumia 525, the curved edges, it has a tapered edges with a flat back and also matte finish back panel, which is again interchangeable. You can get different panels and then change the back cover. So overall, the fit and finish and the quality of both the devices is really good. We cannot say one is better than the other, because both the devices excel in the fit and finish. So overall, we would say both the devices are really good in their fit and finish and build quality. Now moving on to the display. The Moto G comes with an HD display, while the Nokia Lumia 630 comes with a WVGA display. The resolution is far lesser on the Lumia 630 than with the Moto G. So you can see that Moto G display is much better than what we have on the Lumia 630. Occasionally, you can see slight pixelation on the Nokia Lumia 630 if you watch it closer, but on the Moto G you won't find that issues because it's an HD display. So in the display aspect, the Moto G wins here. Both are IPS plus LCD display, and the Nokia Lumia 630 does have the clear black technology from Nokia. So overall, even though the display is better on Moto G, the Lumia 630 display isn't bad either, because the colors are really good, and you can see here the colors and the viewing angles are also really good, and the clear black technology works really well in this in the favor of Lumia 630. So overall, even though the display pixels and resolution is much higher on the Moto G, both the displays are pretty good. We will give the slight edge of HD display, so the Moto G has a better display, even though Nokia Lumia is not far behind. Now coming on to the performance aspect of these two devices along with the software, the Moto G comes with the latest Android version, so the Android 4.4 KitKat, and you can see that not many phones in this price range run the latest version of KitKat, and here you can see the performance is really fast. You won't find any issues with lag or whatsoever, and the performance is really smooth. The multitasking again is really fast. The gaming performance is also really brilliant, and you also have all the apps which are right now available on the Play Store running on this device. So overall, we would say this device is really suited in this price range for gamers, as well as for normal users who would like to install lots of apps and still want the device to perform really good. So this device does not have any issues with performance, and best part is that Motorola has already said that it will support this device with more updates which Google will release in future. So that's one good aspect of the device. You can see the performance is really fast, there is no lag, and even the multitasking is really good. And you also have the set of notification. Moreover, the UI is very similar to the core Android, so there isn't much customization. So if you love the core Android, you will definitely love the Moto G's performance as well as the UI. So now talking about the Nokia Lumia 630, so this is one of the first phones to ship with Windows Phone 8.1 out of the box, with Nokia Lumia 930 being the other one. So with Windows Phone 8.1, Microsoft has made lots of changes, including the notification panel and support for VPN. Then there is start screen customization, and hence there are lots of options available. Now you can have a much better control on your storage. Then there is storage sense, data sense. So Microsoft has done really good work with the Windows Phone 8.1, and we feel it's really ready to compete with Android in terms of features and the settings. But what still lacks for Windows Phone 8.1 is the app support. It isn't anywhere near to the app support on the Android. So that's one area which is missing on this device. But if you see the performance wise, this is really fast, and the quad-core processor does the magic really well. If we had already done a benchmark comparison with the 525, and you can see that the dual core and the quad-core performance difference between these two devices. So the Nokia Lumia 630 has a really good performance, and you won't find any lag, even though it runs only on 512 MB RAM. Again, the gaming performance is also really good on this device, and we already done a video on that. But the only issue is that probably some of the games which does not run on 512 MB RAM will be missed on this device. Say for example the Subway Surfers, which needs 1 GB RAM, will not be available on this device unless they release an update for 512 MB RAM devices. So overall, performance wise, both the devices excel, even though 512 MB RAM and only 512 MB RAM is available on Lumia 630. Both the devices are really good, and we cannot pick one device which is better here, because both the devices are equally good. Probably the slight weightage for Moto G, since it has Android, and Android ecosystem is much better than the Windows Phone 8.1. So for that reason, we'll give for the performance and software aspect, the Moto G slight edge over the Nokia Lumia 630. Now coming on to the camera. Today's camera is one of the most important aspect of a smartphone, and both the devices come with a 5 megapixel shooter which has an autofocus, and the Moto G also comes with a flash. So night photography will be much better on the Moto G. But having said that, the daylight photography is really good on the Nokia Lumia 630 as well. And you can see that the Nokia's camera are really good, and the interface is also really good. While on Moto G you don't have much options with respect to settings, but on if you see the Nokia Lumia 630 camera, you can see there are much options and better ways to control your camera. So overall, we would say in the camera aspect, Lumia 630 has a slight edge over the Moto G. in the daytime shots. But if you're looking for shots in the night, the flash on the Moto G will work out better than the Nokia Lumia 630. Now coming on to the battery performance, which is again one of the most important aspect of a smartphone. The Moto G comes with a 2050 mAh battery, and the Lumia 630 comes with 1830 mAh battery. So there isn't much difference in battery, although the Moto G has a slightly bigger battery. But when you take up the overall performance, you can say that both the devices are really good in the battery aspect, and with the normal usage, you're sure to get 1 day of usage with both the devices. So battery performance, we would say that both the devices are almost same, and there isn't one real winner here, because both the devices perform really good. Now coming on to the final aspect, which is better to buy. The Nokia Lumia 630 comes, the dual SIM Nokia Lumia 630 comes for around 10.5 to 10.9k. So that means it's priced much lower than the Moto G, which comes for 12.5k. So there is almost a difference of 1.7k between these two phones. So for that additional 1.7k, what do you get? The Moto G has an HD display. There is also a flash included in this. So these are the two aspects which you get additional for that 1.7k. So if you are ready to spend higher amount, then the Moto G with the latest Android version does make sense. But only issue is that you don't have an expandable storage here. You need to pick a 8GB variant if you are okay with that, or else if you need more storage, you need to pick the 16GB variant. While on the Nokia Lumia 630, it's priced lower and also comes with 8GB storage, and it has expandable storage. That is, you can install apps on the SD card, which is not possible on the Moto G. So if you are looking for higher storage, pick the Nokia Lumia 630, because the storage on the Moto G is limited. So for the additional 1.7k, you get HD display as well as a flash on the camera. So that's the additional aspect you get if you are ready to spend that extra amount. So that's with the comparison of the Moto G with the Nokia Lumia 630. So if you like this video, you can hit the like button, subscribe to your YouTube channel for more updates, and if you have any specific queries regarding the comparison, drop a comment and we'll be glad to help you out with your queries. And finally, thanks for watching this video.